What's going on? You're listening to This Is Not Reality. It's your girl Amber Dominga, and I'm back with a recap of my past few weeks. I just finished up a time lapse drawing of Rihanna, Pregnant Riri. Oh my god, we're all so happy. So, I had to go ahead and draw our queen with the anonymous baby daddy that we don't really care. She is pregnant on her own. She is the Virgin Mary in the flesh. So, please stay tuned for that time lapse. You can see a little bit of it now. But I really want to reflect on the African American History pop-up show that I just did that was hosted by J. Perry Fine Art. I'm going to show you guys a couple of clips in a little bit, and then I'll come back to reflect on the experience because I learned so much. It was only my second ever vending event where I was able to sell my art, set up a table, really put my brand and my art out there, connect with patrons. Did I mention and make some money? So all around, it was a really educational experience. So stay tuned. But for now, just enjoy the footage so you can get a little bit of a vibe of what kind of businesses were there and really just the historic opportunity. All right, so I'll be right back. Day 2 of the African American History pop-up show at the Cambridgeside Galleria Mall, and I had to, do a quick walkthrough and show you guys some of the businesses. Let me switch the camera real quick. Hey, just making some. I know, right? Thank you. And the wonderful J. Perry Fine Art over here. Handle Lux.
It's a default, but I'm gonna gift it to you.
Ooh, my lucky day.
Paint kit. The paint messed up. I'm sorry, but I know
That's
you
cool.
have more than
That's
enough.
cool. No, yeah, I got paint.
I appreciate you.
I got paint. Eclectic Perks. Hey, do you mind being on camera? Are you okay? I'm like, you look great. Like, please don't say no. Yes, Eclectic Perks on Instagram, Facebook. Oh, he's like, I look good too. Hello, hey. Yes.
Get this side. Get this side.
Okay, yeah, all right. Just kidding. Yes, Tickle Me Tuesday. Journey Gem Collection. There was so many positive vibes in the building, and I didn't know exactly what I would take from the event or take away from the event when I was going in. I definitely was thinking about it from a business-oriented state of mind where I'm like, okay, how much revenue am I going to get? How much inventory do I need? Like, planning to just prepare my prints ahead of time. But what I learned when I actually attended the event and when I walked away from it was the feeling of community. I met so many amazing business owners, artists, artisans, craft makers, whatever you want to call them, just entrepreneurs. And a lot of them were women, all women of color, of course, because it's the African American History pop-up show. I'm going to get all that in. But anyway, yeah, it was just really amazing to be surrounded by so many powerful women. I see them as powerful because to really believe in your craft, believe in your brand, put all that energy in and preparation into an event like this, it takes a lot of work. And a lot of these women, you could tell that it was not their first event, and they had a system set up. And it was inspiring for me to see the different ways that artists displayed their products, displayed their artwork. I was definitely taking notes the entire time. I said it in the video, and I was not lying. I can't wait for my next event. So that I could really put some of the things that I was seeing around the room into practice and back into my own brand. I just learned so much, and some of the women that I befriended have one woman in particular, the woman who sold me the fuck it candle, sold me a couple of events that are coming up. Sent me a couple of events that are coming up. So already networking, already helping each other get a bag, and it was such an intergenerational crowd as well. There were young entrepreneurs, there were older entrepreneurs. And there were a couple of men sprinkled in the crowd, but the next event is going to be for Women's History Month. So there's definitely not going to be no dudes there, except James. Shout out to James. Such a massive operation. 3 days in one of the biggest malls in the area. The Cambridgeside Galleria is where I spent too many of my afternoons after high school, too many of my weekends getting in trouble, past my curfew, and just a place filled with nostalgia. When you think about malls, and guys, y'all know that my background is in like placemaking, gentrification, urbanization. When I think about what malls mean to America, what malls mean to cities, what malls mean to capitalism in general, and what we've seen happening with their decline and their rise again. And Fenty's about to have a brick and mortar store. Hello, all right. As we do this Riri portrait, let's acknowledge it. Y'all like how it's coming along? All right, back to the story. Malls just have this impenetrable feel to them. It feels like only the brands with a lot of money can ever have or take up space within those walls. So to be a bunch of small businesses, I'm not even like a real business yet. I'm more like a sole proprietor. I was looking it up. You know, it's tax season. But anyway, to be in that building as someone who is not this massive corporation and really just someone who is from the area was something that I never thought would be possible, bro. So James, shout out to you. I know that it took a lot of preparation, and I was even learning about organizing these kinds of events when you were talking about insurance and just how to charge the vendors and how to help them set up, what to provide, like things that I personally would not have the courage to invest in and really take the time and the risk, but you did that for so many of us artists. So thank you, if you're listening, for really creating this opportunity for us. You can create art in a vacuum. You can create art on your own. I have been pursuing my craft and serious about my journey for the past couple years in quarantine. And I've made efforts to sell my art, but if these opportunities are not accessible for artists, then we really don't have that much opportunity outside from just pushing ourselves and really promoting in a way that's not as, I don't know, yeah, we just don't get as much outreach. So the best thing about an experience like this is that once you start to do these events, more people are familiar with your brand. They know that you are someone who does sell art, and it just heightens your visibility and expands your clientele, honestly. So I'm really looking forward to the connections that I was able to build in the space, some of the Boston residents, college students, families that I got to speak to about my art and that are now following my journey and might even have opportunities or just follow my journey and be inspired by my art, whatever it is, in whatever way that I connected with the people there, the business owners, the patrons. I think that either way, we all gained so much that weekend. And in the spirit of Black History Month, of empowering each other. So this Rihanna piece. Almost done. The final is on my Instagram. Speaking of my Instagram, I changed my handle this weekend. This is the part of my review where I talk about the past couple weeks in a very short amount of time. So yeah, I changed my Instagram to @Amber_Dominga. That's Amber with 2 R's. I just have been feeling like I'm outgrowing the Amber's Afro handle. It makes branding very difficult because I'm trying to push the This Is Not Reality brand in my art and in my media work, videos and interviews. And the Amber's Afro is not only something that complicates and adds yet another brand to maintain, but it just didn't feel like it reflected where I am in life right now. When I first picked that name, I was on this journey with my hair, but now I just feel like it is relying too much on a claim to my hair texture that's just disgusting as a light-skinned woman, to be honest, and I'm over it, all right? I listened to a YouTuber named Julesy, and she recently, maybe a couple months ago, put out a video talking about biracial TikTokers who literally build their entire brands around the fact that they are racially ambiguous. And I had already had sentiments about my whole insistence of, identifying with my afro before I watched that video, but that kind of solidified it for me, to be honest. So yeah, the whole Instagram changed. It's @Amber Dominga now. AMBERR_Dominga, DOMINGA. Dominga is my middle name. My grandma's name is Dominguez. It's a Cape Verdean / Portuguese name, and I'm embracing it for many reasons. One thing you should know about me is that I usually change my name to reflect the new chapter in my life that I'm embarking on. And these past few months and what I'm looking forward to doing more this year is connecting with, networking with, and making more media with Cape Verdean entrepreneurs, platforms, businesses, activists, artists. I've already been making so many connections, and one of them being my brother's keeper, who has been a big supporter in getting me those tickets to the immersive Van Gogh experience. Shout out to Liz Miranda, who is a local politician, who is a Cape Verdean woman, one of the first Cape Verdean women, if not the first Cape Verdean woman, to really represent our people and my neighborhood in the city of Boston. Shout out to her for making that opportunity possible. But also some things that I got in the works, guys. Just stay tuned for me really embodying this part of my identity, always still connecting with all the communities, organizers, artists in Boston, because that's where my passion lays. All right, so I got more things in the works. Stay tuned for that. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.